Today's a WRAL weather alert day. It does look like our focus for severe storms shifts a little bit. I'll show you who's more likely to see them today.
Roof destroyed by tree. A Cary home hit hard after storms moved through our area yesterday. The damage left behind as we prepare for another stormy pattern today. School repair updates. Today, Wake school leaders will explain the latest on 3 schools deemed structurally unsafe, the progress on the work being done, and what the timeline could mean for the school schedule. Good morning, everyone. It is 4:30. Welcome to your Tuesday. I'm Renee Chu. Great to have you up with us. Let's get you caught up on what you need to know overnight and also how to prepare for another WRAL weather alert day. Let's get to meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with when we're going to see these storms fire up.
So we're looking at afternoon and evening, similar to yesterday, maybe a little bit later as we start to see the onset. And the focus today will be closer to the Virginia line. That's where we have our level 2 risk for it today. We take a look at our weather maker again. Showers and storms this evening. We still have the potential for wind damage, and we did have a lot of trees down yesterday. We also had some flooding. Lots of lightning with those storms yesterday as well. We have some video to show you of Clayton, and you can see the lightning strikes as the passenger of this car is driving. We love to see your video and your photos. Just make sure that you're not driving your car and that you're not standing outside during the lightning, because again, we're going to see more of that for today. We take a look at our severe threat from the Triangle area northward today. It's at level 2. This means it's more likely we would see wind damage in terms of trees down in this area and a little less likely in our southern counties, but we could have strong storms anywhere. Likely to start to see those mid to late afternoon and on into the evening. That's typically our summer pattern. We are adding a heat advisory for today in our southern counties. So from Hoke County over to Fayetteville, Clinton, and in Goldsboro, the heat index could top out at around 106 this afternoon. It's a quiet start this morning. No rain currently as you're heading out the door right now. Mid-70s for the temperature. 72 is our dew point, so it is warm and sticky. And yesterday we hit 90. We'll be a little hotter than that this afternoon. Once we get past today, we're going to start to see temperatures dropping. I'll show you by how much and why coming up. But we do still have another weather alert day with a good chance of storms tomorrow. We'll get into that as well coming up. Renee?
Elizabeth, thank you. Today, people who live in a Cary home will be back to assess the damage after a tree fell on it during yesterday's storms. Tree removal crews were there working late last night to clean up the debris. Take a look at the damage that tree left inside the home on Schatz Court near Southeast Cary Parkway. Pieces of wall and insulation everywhere, and parts of the roof totally gone. One of the people who rents a room at the home was inside at the time, but was not hurt. Homeowner Ezzy Leach says the tree left a hole in the roof right over his master bedroom, allowing in rain, which flooded the home as well.
So the water room about that deep, about 1.5 inches. Yeah, it's amazing how much damage a tree can do now.
Tree removal crews say the oak tree was struck by lightning several years ago. It opened up a gash that let the tree rot, which they believe then led it to falling down in the storm. Stay connected with the WRAL weather app. You can track the heat, thunderstorms, and air quality in real time, and you'll get important alerts right to your phone. Just make sure your notifications are turned on. We are working to learn more about a Raleigh police investigation. The WRAL Breaking News Tracker captured this video of the scene on Timber Ridge Drive around 9 last night. There was an RPD cruiser on scene with damage to its front bumper, along with a black Subaru sedan with damage on its rear bumper. There were several other cars on scene, police cars. Raleigh police have not confirmed anything about the investigation, only saying that one was underway. Tonight, Wake school leaders will give an update on repairs at 3 schools deemed structurally unsafe. You see them there on your map. WRAL's Allie Calabar joins us live from Durant Road Elementary. Allie, crews have already started work there.
Yeah, it's one of 3 schools that you mentioned that are getting this work being done. Now, repairs are needed before students and staff can go inside, and I'm going to step out of the way so you can see. This is what we're seeing outside Durant Road Elementary. We can see what looks like a dumpster. There's also equipment outside. Take a look at the work being done inside. This video shows crews cutting into the ceiling. They'll also be doing work inside walls to fix serious structural issues. Creech Road Elementary Elementary in Garner and Davis Drive Elementary in Cary are also facing these similar issues. Now, leaders hope repairs will be done by mid-August. That could be just a couple days too late for scheduled teacher work days at Creech Road and Davis Drive. Now, Superintendent Robert Taylor is expected to discuss those teacher work days at tonight's meeting. As for Durant Road Elementary, students and staff had started the year-round calendar across the street at Abbott's Creek Elementary, which runs on a traditional calendar year. Wake County School Board members are expected to meet at 5:30. You can go to WRAL.com for more in-depth on this story. Reporting live in Raleigh, Allie Cadlebar, WRAL News.
Allie, thank you. Today, the body of a Fort Bragg soldier who was killed in the Middle East will return home. President Donald Trump will be at Dover Air Force Base today to honor Tyler Feehan and Isabella Gonzalez. They were killed in an Iranian attack on an airbase in Jordan. Feehan was part of Fort Bragg's 2nd Battalion, 55th Air Defense Artillery Regiment. He was from Hawaii, and Gonzalez, on the right, was from Texas. Today, the Cary Town Council will meet for a work session. It is the first time they have met since a recent state auditor's report revealed questionable spending. That audit is already prompting changes to the town's credit card policy. The report blamed Cary's spending problem partly on an abundance of town-issued credit cards. State officials say a higher percentage of town staff were given credit cards compared to other municipalities, raising the risk of wasteful spending. A former Cary Town Council member says some of that spending went unchecked.
The greater concern was not how many cards were issued, it was the lack of oversight of the expenses.
Town officials say they are changing training and review requirements for cardholders. Updates are expected by February of next year. The town says it has cut the number of staff with government credit cards by 25% since state auditors began their investigation. We are learning new details in a criminal investigation into influence buying at the state legislature. The investigation began after WRAL and others reported on a rowdy outing at a bourbon distillery involving state lawmakers and lobbyists in 2024. 4 lobbyists have been charged with providing illegal gifts to politicians. All have pleaded not guilty. A new search warrant shows authorities have been taking a close look at the finances of a politically connected nonprofit called Greater Carolina. From 2022 to 2024, the group spent tens of thousands of dollars on activities the State Bureau of Investigation now says could be criminal. No lawmakers or officials from the Great Carolina Group have been charged. Today, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers will give an update on the water levels at Falls Lake. Earlier this month, summer storms added a foot of water to the lake. The most recent data shows the levels are still far lower than where they need to be. Raleigh water customers are under Stage 1 restrictions. It's expected to stay that way for the time being. Today, we'll get new information about the number of people sick with cyclosporiasis in Wake County. The county reported 25 new cases yesterday, bringing the overall number to 295. The health department is not reporting any new hospitalizations related to cyclospora. We'll also get an update from the Department of Health and Human Services on statewide numbers today. Wake County schools are temporarily removing salads from school menus. We'll have an update about the spread of cyclosporiasis in the Triangle in our evening news. Be sure to tune in starting at 4 for new information from health officials. St. Augustine's University is taking another step to try to survive. Newly filed documents in bankruptcy court shows the university is looking for permission to sell 11 vehicles at auction. The estimated value of the vehicles is $180,000. The auctioneer will get a cut of that total. The university filed for bankruptcy earlier this year, facing mounting debt and declining enrollment. Today, a new reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest in the death of Nolan Wells. This comes a day after his family and friends gathered to lay him to rest. His body was found 2 weeks ago after he took a boat with friends to an island off the Mississippi coast for a 4th of July party. Reverend Al Sharpton and actor Tyler Perry, who paid for Wells' funeral, say they are offering a combined $100,000 reward for information. As investigators search for answers in the case, his mother holds tight to his memory.
Hold him close in your heart. Share his stories and never stop saying his name.
The family's attorney and civil rights attorney Ben Crump is asking again for photos and videos from the island where Wells was last seen. He has not turned Wells's phone over to law enforcement, but says the family still plans to analyze it together. Bison attack survivor. The man who came face to face with the bison at Yellowstone National Park is sharing his story, how he recounts the terrifying moments as he tried to protect his grandson. And new tariffs against Canada. The White House calling them a response to discriminatory actions from Canada. What the 50% tariffs will apply to.
And we have another chance for severe storms, especially in our northern counties. It's likely to be the heat that's more dangerous in the south. I'll outline what you'll see today. It is 4:44, and our weather maker today, this boundary between some warmer and cooler air is a little bit farther to the north today, so we're going to see more of the thunderstorms that produce severe weather concentrated in our northern counties most likely. But wind damage and some flooding, again, the biggest threat. We did have a lot of trees down yesterday and some flooding too. Hail is possible. Tornadoes can't be completely ruled out, but don't look like as big a threat in this particular pattern. We begin to see showers and storms developing during the afternoon, especially late afternoon and evening. Right now, it's just a warm and muggy start. We take a live look at Fitton and Cary. Skies are mainly cloudy this morning. Our temperatures are in the low to mid 70s. And of course, we're looking at another hot day. Temperatures climbed to 90 yesterday. We'll see 93 today. But today looks like it could be the hottest day of the week. I'll show you what could bring us some cooler temperatures toward the end of the week coming up. Renee.
Elizabeth, thank you. The man who was attacked by a bison at Yellowstone National Park is speaking from his hospital bed. This is 65-year-old Carl McDaniel. He is recovering from a fractured hip after he was launched into the air by the bison. McDaniel says he and his grandson were on a walk after dinner when they saw the bison. He says the animal appeared to be calm, but then it started charging. The bison chased him as he was trying to protect his grandson.
We saw the bison and he was down. He wasn't showing aggression or anything like that until it picked a target. That target happened to be me. I didn't get bruises from him launching me in the air. It was the landing that came the problem.
Fortunately, his grandson was unharmed. The National Park Service says you should always stay more than 25 yards away from bison. And if one charges at you, run. President Donald Trump has announced new 50% tariffs against Canada. These tariffs will apply to cars, dairy, and alcohol. A senior administration official says this is in response to what it calls discriminatory actions Canada has taken against U.S. products. The official emphasized that this is not in response to the Canadian wildfires. However, they said the president is asking his aides to look into that possibility. President Trump also says he is planning to meet with Britain's new prime minister soon. On Truth Social, President Trump says he has already spoken with Prime Minister Andy Burnham. He says the two talked about trade, the Middle East, and the military alliance between the U.S. and the U.K. Senator Darlene Graham Nordone plans to run to be the Republican nominee for her late brother's Senate seat. She was sworn into the U.S. Senate last week to serve the remainder of Lindsey Graham's term. Darlene Graham has never held public office before now. She's the first woman to represent South Carolina in the state. She will face several Republicans in the August 11th primary. The winner of that race will go up against Democrat Annie Andrews in November. Today, the Carolina Blaze will pick up where they left off before their game last night was suspended due to weather. The Blaze were up 8-0 against the Oklahoma City Spark in the second inning when the game stopped. The game will resume at 10 this morning. That stormy weather causing a lot of disruptions yesterday. It is 4:47 now. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner is tracking the weather maker and what will bring us storms today. Elizabeth.
Yes, same typical same pattern that we saw yesterday, but the boundary that helped to produce those storms will be a little bit farther to the north, so the better chance for severe storms won't be situated right through the middle of the viewing area, but a little bit farther to the north. You can see here at around 4 o'clock, we had a number of severe thunderstorm warnings. Those yellow boxes are the severe thunderstorm warnings, and you can see our boundary is starting to lift up into Virginia. Doesn't mean that no one sees storms today, but the better chance for that severe weather where we could have wind damage and trees down would be a little farther to the north, and that's where the flooding risk would be as well. Now, again, from the triangle area southward, we're still looking at a chance for some showers and storms. We take a look at Futurecast. It's a quiet start this morning. Fairly cloudy to begin with, but we should see partly cloudy skies developing, and then by the time we get to the middle of the afternoon, more showers and thunderstorms begin to develop across the area. And you can see that, look at that, around 7 p.m. up near the Virginia line. That's probably going to be when we have the best chance of severe weather. We do see the thunderstorms diminishing after midnight, very similar to what we saw yesterday, of course. And we take a look at those severe threats again. Damaging winds that could knock down trees and flooding the biggest threats. Hail possible. We couldn't rule out a tornado, but again, that looks like a lower threat in this pattern. We take a look through downtown Raleigh. This is our Jimmy V camera. Cloudy, it's muggy, it's warm. 72 is the dew point, so it feels really sticky out there. And 74 is our temperature. Heat advisory back in from noon until 7 o'clock, and that's going to be for Fayetteville, Clinton, Goldsboro, down around Hope County, around Rayford as well. But for the rest of the viewing area, it's going to be a hot one. Highs will be in the mid-90s, feeling like right around 100, but those southern counties could climb up to 105 or 106. You can see Clinton at 105, 104 Fayetteville, and Goldsboro could feel like 102 in the triangle, and then 90s up near the Virginia line. Cooler air is on the way. Our normal high is 91, and so we're above that for today. But after that, we will be below normal. And talk about below normal. Check that out. 80 on Thursday, 82 on Friday and Saturday. We have a front that comes in on Thursday. That's going to bring us a good chance for rain, but it will also deliver some cooler temperatures. Speaking of rain and wind, we had Bertha form at 8 o'clock last night. So this is our tropical storm that's going to bring some heavy rain and windy conditions to the coast of Louisiana in particular. It could make landfall late Wednesday into early Thursday as a tropical storm and then dissipate over Texas. What we see here, of course, is 2 WRAL weather alert days in a row, but we're watching Thursday closely. Thursday looks like we could have some heavy rain and possible flooding, and we'll get into that in just a bit. Renee?
Elizabeth, thank you. Glimpse of dolphins. North Carolina at the top of the list for spotting the marine animals, where you'll want to plan your next trip for a chance to see them yourself. And a classic is back. Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze return to theaters. And a new Jimmy Buffett album. Those stories and more in the Hollywood Minute just ahead. The original Point Break hits a big milestone and a new Jimmy Buffett album. David Daniel has those stories and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
It's a state of mind. It's that place where you lose yourself and you find yourself.
Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze are back in Point Break. The classic surfing heist flick returns to theaters August 16th and 19th only, remastered for its 35th anniversary, with an intro from surfing legend Matt Archbold, who helped teach the cast to surf. More info at fathomentertainment.com.
We couldn't have been in better hands.
Louis Pullman is staying busy. The actor, whose upcoming projects include Avengers Doomsday and Spaceballs the New One, has joined the Apple TV series Guilty Creatures opposite Julia Garner. It's based on a true crime book with a juicy title, Guilty Creatures, Sex, God, and Murder in Tallahassee, Florida.
Changes in latitude, changes in attitude, nothing remains quite the same.
Parrot heads, take heart. The Coral Reefer Band is keeping Jimmy Buffett's legacy alive. Longtime collaborator Mac McAnally tells Billboard a posthumous album is on the way with, for the most part, things that have never been out. The Rock and Roll Hall of Famer died in 2023 at the age of 76. No title or release date yet for the album. Wasting away again in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
There's a new ranking of best places to see dolphins in the wild, and North Carolina is at the top of the list. Boat Booker is a website where people can book and review boat tours worldwide. They're the ones who compiled the list, and they use data from the Ocean Biodiversity Information System and examined where most of the bottlenose dolphins have been seen. Buxton came in at number 1 with more than 20,000 dolphins documented. And Nag's Head came in at number 5. I've seen them at Beaufort. In Cumberland County, Fayetteville is participating in free back-to-school events. This Friday, Miller Mock College will host a Bring Your Own Backpack event. It will be from 4 to 6 p.m. You can get free backpacks, school supplies, haircuts, food, and more. Another event will be held at the Raleigh location. And in Halifax County, people are signing up for a project meant to help those with disabilities. It is called Project Lifesaver. People can opt into the program if someone in their family has a cognitive disability and they tend to wander off. The program gives that person a GPS bracelet so that they can be easily found. Ahead at 5, school improvements. Wake County Schools needs billions of dollars in upgrades over the next few years. What a new report tells us about where the biggest needs are. And limiting money drama. Traveling with friends can be fun until it is time to split the bill. 5 on Your Side breaks down the strain that unpaid vacation bills are putting on friendships.